SoFi is currently 100% up year to date. 100% up year to date. SoFi is up today around 10%, and SoFi is trading north of $9. Over the weekend, I made several videos. On Friday, I made videos saying that there are 5 major catalysts for SoFi, 5 of them. Today, they will be presenting at Morgan Stanley. I made a mistake and called it JP Morgan. They already presented at JP Morgan. This is going to be a Morgan Stanley presentation later today. Tomorrow, we will get the CPI results in the morning. Please join me on this channel. I will be covering it live. The thesis is that the consumer price index is going to keep going down. Our inflation is going down. And at this particular point in time, the Federal Reserve, the federal funds rate is higher. It's a higher threshold than our inflation. And as our inflation goes down, that threshold is going to become bigger and bigger, right? The difference between the federal funds rate and the interest rates. And in theory, to get interest rates, the interest rates from the federal funds rate and the inflation. And in theory, to get the inflation down, you need to have a higher federal funds rate. Because that's happening, we're then going to have a major catalyst on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to have the PPI, which is the producer price index, which is the wholesalers, the business inflation. And the business inflation is a precursor to CPI, consumer price index. So today, they're speaking at Morgan Stanley. Tomorrow, we're going to have the CPI data. I'm going to do it live. After tomorrow, we're going to have the producer price index, the PPI data. I'm going to be doing that live as well. So inflation's going down. Later that day, there's going to be a shareholders meeting by SoFi, which Wednesday, I'm going live all day long, by the way. I'm going to do PPI, then I'm going to do the shareholders meeting, and then I'm going to do the FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee. The FOMC is going to meet at 2 o'clock, okay? 2 o'clock. And they will be, let me just check the CME futures, CME Fed Watch. And they're going to be saying if they're going to be raising the interest rates or they're not going to be raising the interest rates. Checking on the CME Fed Watch, there's a 75% chance, guys. There is a 75% chance that the Federal Reserve will not be raising interest rates. This is it, guys. If you guys want this, it's called CME Fed Watch. I highly suggest that everybody in the chat puts this down. Definitely. This is the website right here. There's a 75% chance that they're not going to be raising rates. 75% chance that they will not be raising rates. 25% chance that they will be raising rates. If the Federal Reserve does not raise rates, there's a pause. Expect SoFi to skyrocket. I believe this week SoFi can hit $10 if everything goes according to plan. What's according to plan? Today they're going to give us some more data in the Morgan Stanley presentation. Tomorrow inflation is going to beat to the downside. After tomorrow, the PPI is going to come in cooler to the downside. Shareholder meeting, they're going to announce some gangster shit. And the FOMC is going to halt raising interest rates. Okay? If this happens, $10 for SoFi, in my personal opinion. That doesn't mean it will happen. That doesn't mean it won't happen. That's just me entertaining you guys and giving you guys my own personal speculation for me. None of this is financial advice, of course. All of this is, just entertainment. So far, I was a little bit late to the party and I didn't buy enough, but I was kind of right with the SoFi. Now, I'm not a huge SoFi YouTuber, but I did realize what was happening to SoFi. I was waiting for a pullback, never happened. I bought some shares of SoFi. I'm really happy. I'm up on that. And I bought some more contracts, calls last week. Why did I buy calls of SoFi? Why did I buy options? Because I was telling you guys that there are major catalysts happening this week. SoFi CEO Anthony Noto says that there is a $200 billion TAM, total addressable market, of student loans that SoFi can specifically go after. This means this is specifically loans that SoFi can refinance. 93% of all loans are federal loans. SoFi wants those loans. They want to refinance them. There is essentially 3 categories of student loans. One is undergraduate, which is approximately like 4.9%. SoFi cannot touch those for the most part. Then you have graduate. The average graduate interest rate is 6.5%. And then you have parental graduate or professional student loans. And that average is 7.5%. So SoFi says there's a $200 billion total addressable market of those three types of loans that I just said that they can actually go after and refinance. How are they refinancing? Two ways. Number one is reducing your rate, so that means that you're paying less money. Number two is increasing your time frame, so making more payments, but your payments are going to be a lot less. The average amount of loans for SoFi refinancing is $70,000 at 6%. So a lot of people are also worried about what if the Supreme Court right now passes that there's going to be a $10,000 to $20,000 forgiveness? Well, that $200 billion TAM, I believe, already takes that into account. Remember, the forgiveness is only going to be $10,000 to $20,000. The average loan for SoFi is $70,000. If you are making over $125,000, there is no forgiveness. Well, who's making over $125,000 a year? Graduates. And then again, that's those 2 out of 3 loans that I just said SoFi can go after. The graduate, professional loans, and refinance parental graduate professional loans. So SoFi has a major catalyst happening. Besides for that, SoFi has a major catalyst that if the rates are going to be paused and eventually reduced later on this year, that's a catalyst in the midterm. So the short-term catalyst is student loans. The midterm catalyst is home refinancing, home mortgages. Right now, nobody is really doing home mortgages, right? The market is down. Prices of houses are not going down. People are not refinancing or buying, and it's kind of standing still. In 12 to 36 months, there's going to be a huge window where people are going to start refinancing. Either the prices of homes are going to go down or the interest rates are going to go down. When that's going to happen, they're going to be running to SoFi. Also, SoFi is a central hub. Essentially, they do everything under one umbrella. They allow you to do investing into stocks. They allow you to do banking. They increase their interest rates from 4.2 to 4.3% right now. They give you like 1.25 on checking accounts. SoFi has 24/7 customer service, including on weekends where you could talk to a live person. SoFi is heavy into artificial intelligence using a company called Databricks. I know we're all Palantir heads, but Databricks is a good company for what SoFi needs. So they have real-time data analytics. And SoFi said this is one of the things that puts SoFi ahead. SoFi has a wide array of different products that they offer. However, they can keep adding to those products. And I'll give you guys an example. So SoFi gives student loans, personal loans, and home loans. They also do banking. They also do investing. They do direct deposits. If I'm not mistaken, the average FICO score is nearly, I believe, 720 and up. Different FICO scores for different type of loans. This is all huge. The default rate of SoFi loans is well below the threshold of what SoFi was even accounting for. So less people are defaulting than even SoFi thought would happen. And almost all of the deposits, I think like 96%, 97% of the deposits in SoFi are FDIC insured. So that means there's not going to be a bank run on SoFi. Because SoFi does not have brick and mortar locations, SoFi can be lean. SoFi does not charge fees for the most part, and SoFi has a very lucrative 4.3% APY. Why do they do this? They want more deposits. Currently, SoFi has $10 billion in deposits. Anthony Noto says that he sees an additional $2 billion a quarter moving forward. By quarter 4, SoFi is going to be GAAP profitable, although I believe SoFi is going to be GAAP profitable in quarter 3. If SoFi is GAAP profitable, you better believe SoFi is going to go past the $10 mark, even though it already is going to be in the $10 mark, in my personal opinion. There's a lot of catalyst that's happening right now, and people are starting to forget that there is a recession, going to be a recession, not going to be a recession, and there's so much pent-up demand that people just want to invest in the market. I don't know how much further the market's going to go up or down or sideways, but it seems like this rally is here to stay. Now, the average bear market loses 33% value. and last around a year and a half, 1.3 years. The average bull market gains around 153%, and it lasts around 4.5 years. So if we just had our bear market, and I stress the word if, there is going to be a massive bull market happening, and stocks like Sofi, stocks like Palantir are going to be major, major beneficiaries of this. In my personal opinion, tech stocks have been absolutely beat up and are going to recover. But other stocks like Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Facebook, Adobe, companies like this are also going to do really, really good. In general, the tech sector is going to do really, really, really good moving forward. And that's my thesis on what's happening with Sofi. I started talking about Sofi a little bit late, but I was talking about Sofi sub $6. I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that my videos helped. You know, I'm shocked because a lot of people are like, Adam, I got into Sofi because of you. I bought calls because of you. I made money. No, you guys made money because of yourselves. You guys pulled the trigger. You guys ended up getting into Sofi, and you guys did a beautiful play. At the end of the day, it's all on you, and I'm glad that you guys are making money. But I'm also a little shocked because there's so many amazing, amazing Sofi content creators. I'm just getting into Sofi, and there's so much juicy information. Every single day I make a video about Sofi. There's so much to talk about, and there's so many things happening. I'm super happy to be part of the Sofi army. I wish I had a bigger position, but I will probably keep adding in my position of Sofi as well.